So Conor McGregor is fighting very, very soon. And, you know, he's this material guy, the watches, the cars, expensive this. Well, now he's coming out on the Ariel show that he has found God. Material things is not his thing. We're going to watch a little bit of the clip I have, and let's react. But it is interesting. As somebody who's a diehard fan, seeing him now the way he is, this is very interesting.
Sunum bonum, peace be with you.
No. You know, I won't even see this flash Harry. I don't wear watches no more. I do. I have my lovely watches. But man, I'm different, brother. I'm different. And I find myself in a fight still. It's daily. The rent is due every day. The old ways that don't serve. And new ways and a new version of me and the new man I am. I find myself in competition sometimes with it, or you know, in a battle with that. So I won't. Man, money isn't. It's not the be all end all. It's not life. You get me? So I don't. I won't be flashing money. I will not be. I done the Forbes list. I won the Forbes list. You won't see me on it again. You won't see me on it again. I won't register to go on it again. Look what it brought to me. Look what it brought to me. Still, even now, I can feel it somewhere. Oh, he's back. This is coming in. And there's forces that try and get their claws on you in this life. And I don't want to give it energy. I don't want to give it life. I'm happy where I'm at. I'm not mad on discussing finances and things. I keep myself modest. That's how I live my life.
So this is like a daily battle almost with like the good and the bad, right? The tug and pull, the demons, if you will.
Yeah.
How are you winning that battle? What are you doing to win that battle?
A lot of internal work. I have a lot of people behind the scenes to help me. A lot of discussions. And again, it's ongoing. The rent is due every day. It's like training. You have to train for a fight. You have to train your discipline. You have to train your skill set. It's the same thing.
When you look back at the...
Only it's akin to being on a tightrope. And the tightrope is going across this office, across to the next office with a very high fall. You know? The stakes are very high. So, you better stay balanced. You know? You better stay balanced. Because people even, I was saying to someone else there, you know, when you're making inroads in yourself and working on yourself, sometimes when you're down in a place, you don't feel anything else. You've no emotion. You're reckless. You're going. You don't pay no attention to nothing. And then when you eventually, with most people and all people, they must put that work in on themselves and get themselves back into a steady state of living. That is the time where the rope is even thinner. You get me? The balance, you need to be even more balanced because the fall is even higher then. It's if you fall when you're in this position, you don't give a fuck. You might even do it out of, you know, just to do it. So I'm in the state now where I'm keeping my balance and making my way through life. And God is helping me with that.
So, you know, as a fan, Tom.
Yeah.
And he used to brag about the money and, the expensive watch. I remember him with Jake Gyllenhaal with Roadhouse, and he'd buy a watch that was like $20,000.
Yeah.
And that's what people make for a living, and that's what they earn is $20,000.
Yeah, he was the king. He was a well-known guy for doing that, for boasting and being flashy, because he was the baddest of the bad, like at that time. You know?
$1,000 suit.
Yeah.
You know, like
two titles, like, yeah, I mean, or multiple titles. I mean, he was a bad mother F, you know, at that point. So it really got, I think so, like it really got
crazy though,
yeah.
how all of a sudden now he's turned to God. And it blows my mind because, again, he was all about the material. And I think me and you have discussed this, like getting back into Catholicism. Well, you were, you know, I reconverted, I guess, but you converted to Catholicism. But
Right.
like there's deeper things in life than just money, than just cars, than
Material
just
desires, yeah.
even just, you know, our careers. There's more to life than that.
Yeah, and
You know,
it's one of those things where it's so, the mind can be corrupted so easily, even the ordinary mind. So I'm not even talking about like Conor McGregor or anyone famous, rich and famous. I'm talking about ordinary people too, like just us, when we were going about our daily lives, trying to move up in our careers or move up in our status or whatever. We tend to overlook the gratitude, you know? And I think that's where the real mental affliction comes in, when you're like, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. This person has this person has that. What am I doing wrong? And then you start to get yourself into like this downward spiral. And I think that's a struggle that even someone like Conor McGregor, who you would think on paper, like he's rich, he's famous, he's got everything he needs, what does he have to complain about? But again, like after all that's said and done, there's still something missing. I always say there's like a God-shaped hole in your heart that can only be filled by God, you know? So, yeah, that's my take on it. Yeah.
I mean, I saw Conor McGregor at a touching distance.
Yeah.
I could have touched him when he
Right.
was at Radio City with Khabib.
When you saw him,
And he is, you know, I saw Pope Leo the 14th. I've
Yeah.
worked with Nathan Lane. I've met Gerard Butler after a show. And
Yeah.
Conor McGregor is somebody who has this presence to them that it is energy that you can just feel. I've never seen anything like that in my entire life. And he was one of my biggest inspirations. And you could tell, like, there's been controversy. He's been going through a lot. I don't know if it was drugs, yada, yada, right?
Could have been. There's so
But
many things.
that
yeah.
was my hero. And the reality is, it's one of those things where you go, you look at life and you're like, wow, I wanted to be that. I wanted that. And that wasn't enough for him.
Mm-hmm.
That almost ruined him. It destroyed him. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's interesting that he's turned to the faith. It's interesting that materials don't matter to him.
Right.
And that there's a lot more to life, and I hope it's showing us this, because Conor McGregor was my hero, and he was my inspiration, and with all the flashy suits and everything, I wanted that. I wanted to have a big mansion. I wanted that, but look at it. He got it, and he realized that that's not where his fulfillment is. That's
Yeah.
not where he gets it from life, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, just to kind of level set and go back to what all that means, it's like you could look at someone just on their from as an outsider, you know, on its face, and everything looks fine, everything looks like it's good, but then
Here,
it's
tell me
kind of
about
similar to the Shia LaBeouf video that we did, where you know, people are really struggling. Famous people, normal people, doesn't really matter. And again, it's really easy to judge Conor McGregor like, oh, that dude's like a weirdo. He's a whack job. He's throwing chairs at buses, and he's a disgusting, mentally ill narcissist. Like, because I could see how some people could think that. You know, what do you mean? He's just a narcissist. You know, but again, there's something deeper down in there that isn't always shown. You know, so I guess my message and Ray and I's message is: be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Don't jump and judge too harshly, even though it's really tempting and easy to. You know, we could say again, Conor McGregor, I'm not listening to that guy. He's a stubborn, arrogant narcissist. Like, what does he have to teach us? But something like this
you
is
can
something
learn
you
from
can
everybody, and you could learn from their mistakes.
from their mistakes,
Yep.
from their struggles, from their problems, and likewise with you too. Like, that's why when me and Ray as Catholics, like, we're proclaiming the gospel, but we're also proclaiming our afflictions and how the gospel can address
Our
those.
struggles, yeah.
Our struggles, yep.
Like Father Bob says, we're our own Bible,
Yeah.
our living Bible.
Yep.
All right, Sunum Bonum.
Pick up your cross.
Peace be with you.